We've all felt it. That magnetic pull towards someone you just can't explain, the way your body leans in when they talk, how time disappears when you're together, that spark, how you get hot in certain places sometimes. That's your Venus and Mars at play, the planets of attraction and desire, dancing together in your chart and theirs. So, in this video, I'm going to be discussing everything about Venus and Mars, that classic relationship duo, and what it means for chemistry, attraction, and sex. So, if you want to know more, stick around. You definitely don't want to miss this. Hello, my loves. As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If this is our first time meeting, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Mel. I'm a professional astrologer and sound therapist, and I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. So if you're new, welcome. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. So today's video is all about that classic duo, Venus and Mars. We've all heard the phrase, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. It's the quintessential feminine and masculine energy. And when you put them together, you get chemistry, point blank, period. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right in. So, of course, to begin, I'd like you to think about and meditate on this core idea. Venus shows how you attract, Mars shows how you pursue. Together, they create your signature chemistry. In astrology, Venus represents your love language, what makes you feel desired, adored, and appreciated. Mars represents your sexual energy, how you go after what and who you want. When Venus and Mars connect in your chart or even between charts, that's where the sparks fly. It's that initial feeling that you get when you see somebody. And let's not beat around the bush. A lot of that has to do with physical. Mars is the planet of physical desire, physical force. And anyone who tells you that looks don't matter, and it's not to say that things are always about looks, but looks and the physical do play an important part in that initial chemistry. And that shouldn't be demonized and it definitely shouldn't be ignored. Okay. That initial spark is what can set off a whole relationship, right? It's the very beginning. And it's animalistic, it's primal, it's human. And that's so important. So let's get into the details and let's begin by talking about element pairings. Okay, so how chemistry feels. So let's say you've got a fire Venus and a fire Mars. This is fireworks, point blank, period. All right. It's passionate, it's bold, it's fast burning energy. Okay. It's attraction through excitement and adventure. It's a spark that needs to keep on sparking, right? It's passion, love, intimacy, sex. It's all of these things, maybe on overdrive, even because both these planets are in fire signs. Okay. Let's say you've got Earth, Venus, and Earth, Mars. Sensual, steady, and loyal. This is attraction through touch and time. Remember, when we're talking about Earth as an element, it's sensual, meaning it's about the five senses. So, touch is a very big thing, especially since Mars, like I said, is the planet of physicality, right? Of physical energy, your physical body. Touch is definitely a thing here. Let's say you've got an air Venus and air Mars. All right. This is playful, witty, and curious. This is attraction through conversation and mental stimulation, right? These two, especially in air signs, they need the banter, they need the wittiness, they need the flirting, right? That is what causes that spark. And then finally, let's say you got water Venus and water Mars. This is emotional, magnetic, and intuitive energy. This is attraction through deep feeling and trust. So even though it's an initial physical attraction, that physical attraction has to be coupled with an emotional bond, an emotional openness, or maybe even emotional vulnerability for that spark to catch fire. When Venus and Mars aspect each other, okay, this is when they are aspecting each other in your natal chart. So by conjunction, there's instant chemistry. Love and lust align perfectly. Square or opposition, there's irresistible tension, passion, and frustration that coexist. And either trine or sextile, easy flow. This is where attraction feels natural and balanced. And again, that's how it feels for you individually within your natal chart. Now, let's talk about Mars and Venus in synastry between two charts. So, when one person's Venus touches another's Mars, it creates mutual fascination. You recognize something familiar and even electric in each other. It's like, I know this energy, right? I've met you before. It can feel very familiar. That's why chemistry can feel faded, even when the relationship is not meant to last. Venus and Mars teach us that attraction is an invitation, but not a guarantee. Real chemistry starts in the stars, but it is sustained through awareness. That's just another way to say that that spark kind of has to be there for things to pop off. But to keep it requires commitment, it requires intention. Mars and Venus together is literally just the starting point. What you do after that is ultimately up to you. It's an invitation, but definitely not a guarantee. So let's pause now for a moment of reflection and self inquiry. So here's your reflection for today. What kind of chemistry are you most drawn to? And does it feel balanced? Or does it burn too hot or too fast? Awareness helps you choose chemistry that supports connection and not chaos. Keep that in mind because that spark can get really chaotic, especially at the outset. So, again, awareness helps you choose chemistry that supports connection and not chaos. So think about this, meditate on it, and journal on this topic for today. If you want to explore how your Venus and Mars placements work together, your personal attraction formula, then take the free seduction style quiz. It's a cute and fun little quiz. Link is in the description box below. You not only get your archetype, but you also get an accompanying PDF document that gives you a little more information. Again, the link to that is in the description box below. And if you're ready to start decoding your whole chart, then join the waitlist for my signature self paced course, Charted. That's where I teach you how to interpret all of these connections yourself. All right. And if you're interested, the link to the waitlist is in the description box below. I will be launching that course in the very near future. So join the waitlist so you know exactly when it drops. And of course, you can always come hang out with me in Cosmic Collective, my online private community where we talk about cosmic chemistry every week during Cosmic Chemistry Fridays. It's like my open office hours. I go live, we go deeper into the week's topics, I do a case study, and you can actually ask as many questions as you like, even about your own natal chart. So if you are interested, you can either scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description box below. And I can't wait to see you over there. All right, my loves, that's pretty much all I've got for you for this video on Venus and Mars and what they can show you about romantic chemistry and for everything you need to know about synastry. So join me tomorrow where we'll begin a new week where we'll discuss relationship phases and patterns. All right, so like, share, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, set notifications so you won't miss a thing. All right, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in. I sincerely appreciate you. I know that this is a lot, and I'm so excited that you guys are not only learning all of this, but you're engaging, you're taking notes. Like, y'all are the real MVPs, and I am so thankful for you. And I really hope that you find value in these videos. All right, my loves, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.